What's going on, my dinkers? Today, we're going to do something a little bit more chill. As the 2026 season is about to get started, I've been really trying to lock in my bag and kind of get familiar and comfortable with all my discs. Last year, I didn't really play any tournaments. It was more content and me learning the game. So my bag switched up a lot. You know, they had a new drop. I tried it. I liked that disc. I ran with it. Another new drop comes out. I tried it. I had that disc and I kept it and blah, blah, blah. So it was really hard to be competitive when, 10 discs in your bag change every 2 months. So this year, trying to lock in on a specific bag. Will I still buy other discs and make videos on them? Of course. I'm a content creator, but that's just an excuse. I'm addicted to plastic and stamps. But yes, I am going to try out something new with locking in. So far, I think I like what I got. There's a few things that I want to try here and there, but let's just have a look. All right, so I'm at Fletcher, home course. We all know it. We all love it. Some of the new things I got was Simon Lizotte Bokeh. Now, mind you, I was never really planning on getting this. Josh was. He had pre-ordered and everything. I just happened to walk into my local shop and they had them, like, to the day of release. Anyway, I zoned in on this, and so I wanted to build around my 7-speed. So this is one of them, and also one of the biggest things I needed to feel was an overstable mid. So I just found the Pyro. We're gonna try it out. I'm gonna throw the Bokeh first. Also, I'm pretty proud of myself because I can do this. Oh, well. I can sometimes forehand now instead of not at all. But this is my first throw with the Pyro, so let's see how it feels. Oh yeah, that's really stable, which is what I was wanting. I do want to get a couple more throws with it to see how that feels. A couple other discs I'm wanting to try out for different positions. Like I said, it really made me want to lock in the 7-speed. So that Bokeh is a 7601, which is a really great disc. The truest to numbers I've ever thrown. That was a terrible forehand, but usually on a backhand, it's just a straight rope that glides forever. So to complement it, I got the Sagara and Jawbreaker, which, if you know me, I love Jawbreaker, it's my favorite. And we have the Team Series T-Bird. Now, I like this one because it is 7502, but something about Innova and their Halo Star plastic makes it a little bit more stable. So, kind of gives me more of a stable run of this, is what I wanted. That was just a pushing hyzer the whole time, and you gotta love that. You gotta love that. Sagara. Oh yeah, turn to finish. A lot of people were telling me I shouldn't have the Sagara and the T-Bird because the Sagara has a 2 fade, it has a good finish, and you can see it did. The biggest difference for me though is with the T-Bird, I could push that flat to hyzer, or I can get it on a pushing hyzer like we just saw. With the Sagara, it's really good for these wooded courses because it has that turn. So I get to throw it and get that nice little turn before that finish. So that's a little subtle differences. I play a lot of wooded golf in Tennessee, so it comes in handy. And this one, I've actually been getting into Prodigy a lot more. And we tried out the Kittyzilla, the H7. Basically, I've been in this slump with understable high speed. I used to bag the Heat. If you guys remember in any videos, it's that Rainbow Dot Heat. It's not a bad disc, it's just it doesn't turn for me. Something about me and Big Z plastic I suck at, but it just would never, it'd always be straight. And then I got the Osprey Climo disc, which is a great disc, by the way. Everybody else I see throw it does it perfect. I can never get it to turn, and it makes me sad. Ended up giving that one to Josh because we're Usually if I don't like a disc, he's good with the disc. It's kind of funny. But the biggest thing was like it had a foundation stamp on it, and we're both foundation fans, so somebody need to be throwing that. But I got this to try it out. 10.5 minus 4.1. If we know anything about Prodigy, we know that their numbers are not usually true, but this one's been pretty good. Now, hopefully I throw exactly how I'm trying to throw it to show it to you and not turn it over, but I've been doing pretty good with the hyzer flip to flat and a turn. And it's exactly what I want. I just needed a high-speed disc that could get me down the fairway while still turning. That's basically what I need. So, like I have my 5-speed turnover and a 7-speed, but I need something for those long shots. There we go. I kind of probably went out of frame, but that's exactly what I want it for. Obviously, it's not for this shot, you know, but I want to be able to throw with the hyzer and it flips up to flat and goes and then turns. Now, I know what you guys are probably thinking, where's all the Gateway disc? Well, Gateway disc in my bag, we're sponsored, we have half a bag of. Honestly, I know all the ones I want to use. I have a bunch of Gateway discs. Honestly, make a whole bag out of Gateway with all the discs I have now, but I only want to do half because, again, I enjoy disc. I enjoy other companies. I enjoy all kinds of plastics. So I love a company that sponsors me that only requires half a bag so I can explore on the other half. So all of those are locked in. I'm just filling a few slots. And right now, some of the stuff we're looking at, so it just got shipped. I got the thing. It drops Friday, the Joy, Discraft Joy by Paige Pierce disc. That's going to fill my neutral straight mid. It's supposed to be 4600. I'm going to feel more like 56. Either way, that's what I need. So I don't need the Mako that you guys saw in a few other videos. I was trying it out. I liked it. Nothing wrong with the Mako. Nothing else. I bought the Team Series disc from this year from Innova. One, to make a video and try them out, but two, to own them. I liked all of them. They all look great. I just wanted them to own them, have them on my wall. It's part of my collection. But I did try some of them out, but I think that Paige Pierce is going to take that spot. But there are a few other spots I needed to fill. The 9-speed overstable, we got the Raptor. The thing I like about this is lately I've been doing like a Thunderbird Firebird combo with different companies, and that more overstable 9-speed and a stable 9-speed. But this version of the Raptor has honestly filled both those slots. It doesn't immediately it doesn't feel overstable. It throws flat to stable, but if you put it on more hyzer, it does. So it kind of fills both those slots. And then my understable mid, I got the M5. I'm still on the fence between the M5 and the Fox, but the M5 has been winning lately, so that's why it's here. And then I hate that I lost the Aaron Gossage one, but we got the new Lab Coat reactor. I love the disc. I had to get another one. I'm just really sad that I lost the one. One, it was a gift, and two, Aaron Gossage is my favorite pro, so obviously I like the disc, and they don't sell it anymore. The MVP is real good about making like tour stamps for pros and only selling it for 2 weeks and then not restocking it ever. But here's the reactor. It's exactly what I want. I had that one disc that's overstable. That one has some stability, but it's just goes before it finally fades off, and it really does come in handy. Next we'll do the M5. It's kind of the same concept. I don't do as much of a hyzer. I don't need to. See that one? It's beautiful. You do a slight hyzer, it'll flip up and just go. If I do more hyzer, it'll flip up and turn. If I throw it flat, it'll just turn. I just wanted to try flip up hyzer. I'm trying to get better at those. This is a practice. This is me breaking down what I'm going through with my bag, a practice round, and just hanging out with you guys. All right, now the Raptor. See how I threw that flat with some stability at the end? All I have to do is put that on a little bit more hyzer and that thing, so It's actually really great. I enjoy it a lot. Okay, I realized I shouldn't have cut the camera. I should have walked down there and showed you where each one landed, but we're past that. I'm gonna take the Boca one more time and throw it and kind of show you guys what it actually does on the backhand. Look at it, man. Just gone. Like, that was minimal effort and it just goes. Like, it's 200 and at least 40 feet like it was nothing. I mean, I know that's not a lot, but I literally didn't even put any effort into it. So it just makes me feel good when I know I put a full body effort into it. I probably can push 300 with a 7-speed for the first time. That'd be nuts. Okay, so like I said, just trying to figure out some stuff with the bag. So not really here to play the full course or anything. I done hopped down to hole 4 tee pad long. The long tee pad goes all the way down here and then curves to the right. Obviously, I've been really working on my forehand, so I figured this would be a good place to practice. Also, it's like, you know, when you work out for the first time or you work out something new for the first time, you feel like soreness in muscles you never felt before. Same. Anytime I used to throw a forehand, it would just go, I'd throw it, it'd go straight up and it'd probably make it to right there, like 20, 30 feet. I could never get it. I started getting good at my approach ones, and then I started working on my drive. So lately, they're not great, but they're better than they used to be. So I've been throwing them more for the last 2 days, and it's just kind of obvious I have been. Like, it's a part of my shoulder I've never felt tight before. It's not in pain, I haven't strained anything, it's literally me just working out a new muscle. But anyway, I'm just going to see what I can do with this Boca. Also, another thing, I'm so used to backhands where I start here and I come here, because the way I throw, I want it to, when I release it, how it goes, I need to start setting myself on the other side of the tee pad to give myself more room when I do forehands. Oh yeah. I mean, that wasn't the greatest. I didn't make it out of the gap or anything, but you got to take the positives. I'm not a forehand player at all. I'm trying to get there now. This year, I want to be a forehand player. I'm not saying it's going to be the greatest forehands ever, but I want to be able to consistently look at something like this and line up a forehand and know I can make it. That big last tree at the end, it's what you want to make it around. I made it in front of it. I'm happy. So that's the only one I wanted to practice a forehand on. Okay, so I just hopped over to hole 5 after that throw. Hole 5 is, I'm on the long tee pad. Short pin is 191, straight down that one tree that's in the middle to the left of it. The white is 277, and it's all the way down. It's basically where the red is, just way back behind it, more feet. You know, I don't know. I'm not really used to this yet, so I'm gonna try for the red pin. Again, we're trying the Pyro, brand new, just today. Got this today. Found a new disc golf shop actually, and went and traded in some old discs that I'm never gonna use, and got this. Then I got, you know, some more in-store credit. I just didn't know what I wanted besides this, so instead of just mindlessly blowing the credit on discs just to spend it, I just saved it. Really cool shop though. I want to practice with this some more. That first throw off of hole 1, really can't gauge it because I was just throwing it for the first time ever to see how stable it was. Every time, I don't know how you guys are, but anytime I get a brand new disc, no matter what the numbers are, my very first throw with it is flat as possible, so I can see what it is naturally going to do, in my opinion. I think when you throw any disc flat, whatever it does is what it naturally does, and you have to figure out. So if it goes and it turns and dumps, you got to figure out to put more hydro on it to get it to turn and land, or if it hydros out, maybe start flexing it a little. So either way, I always think MVP is the closest to their numbers, and this is a 2.5 fade, which in my opinion is just a 3, and they didn't want a round. Oh yeah, that was much better. Oh, don't bounce in the water. Chill. Chill. Okay, so there's like a edge over there and it's all water over here. And I skipped and it looks like I went to the edge and hopefully stayed on it. I can get to it with my grabber, but that was way better. That was completely flat for a good distance before it just dived, and that's what I wanted. I don't want, I'm not trying to get a Toro, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get a slower version of a cap wrap. I wanted something that stays flat, but then dives hard. I have enough discs that stay flat and go and kind of like elevator fall down, and I have those and need those, but sometimes you need to get to a certain point and hook in, and that's what that's for. Anyway, also throwing putters. I've still am on this search for my actual putting putter. I didn't bring it today because I had anything to try, so I have no intentions of putting. I was just doing some throws. But this is what I've locked in so far for my throwing putters: the Wizard, the Luna, and the Envy. Now, the Wizard's probably one of my straighter S curves, but I don't know if you can tell, it's starting to get a little warped, so it's a little unpredictable, but it's still a great flight. I don't care what these numbers say. This is the straightest thing I've ever thrown. And this TI Flex Luna, I started disc golf. My first disc was a Luna, and I threw it not knowing the difference between putts, approach, mid-ranges. I just had a disc that I liked. Now I became really good at throwing putters at the beginning stage because of that, which, I mean, putters are good for beginners anyway. But I'm now making a full circle back to Luna. This thing, though, is flexy, and if I throw it with a power grip, it does normal Luna things. But when I throw it with a fan grip, it turns. I'm gonna do the fan grip throw, show you. Hopefully it doesn't, I don't look like an idiot. Slight power grip or a fan grip, and I can make that thing turn. Here, tell me in the comments, is that just period? You can do that with all putters. If you fan grip, you can get a turn out of them. I don't know. I've never really fan grip with drives until that. It's just really fun to do. Next, we got the Wizard. And again, I'm just throwing these. I'm not trying to get to the pin, so I don't want you to think, oh, this guy doesn't know how to throw anymore. Oh, I threw it in the dirt. Ah. What a terrible display. That's not the Wizard's fault, that's me. But again, it is becoming warped, and you gotta find the right handhold because of it. The problem is I like the super soft and the super stupid soft with my throwing Wizards. And both of them, I've had a super soft, and that was the triple S. Both of them in the putter pouch, nothing's pressed against it, nothing. I have soft putters all the time that's never been warped, but both of those have gotten warped. The super soft one was blue. That warped within a week for some reason, and that one's taking its time, but like, it's not from tree hits, nothing. It's just overtime sitting in the bag. Makes no sense to me. Oh, I grip locked. Grip lock gang. It was just right here. See what I'm saying? All that just straight downhill into a little creek that runs through most of the park. Where I saw it hit was like in, not where you guys are looking, but more over here. And I thought it was done for. You come over here, I thought it hit that and just bounced straight in. So thankfully not. Nothing. Like I said, I have the grabber. The water's not moving that hard. I think I would have got it, but no one wants to. Day one, round one, practice round one, lose a disc? Nah. All right, so jumped over here to hole 8. It's another shot shape I wanted to practice. Basically, we got a 247 par 3. I'm just gonna do short to short here. You got this gap. To the left of this front tree is a gap. And if you're feeling crazy, that's a gap. I would never try that. You have to have the most accurate forehand ever. But I needed, this is a common type of hole in these wooded areas in Tennessee. So basically I want to push that back all the trees, and before I get to it, turn. That way I have enough momentum to get me up the fairway as much as possible. The two discs I want to try for this are obviously my Raptor and T-Bird. I got the Pyro out. I'm probably not going to throw a 5-speed here, even though it's doable with a 5-speed. I just don't know if I have enough to get there, turn, and make it, but I want to try for fun. But let's try the Raptor. Remember, like I said before, put it on a little bit more hyzer, it'll hold, it'll do more hyzer. It's a very, very good disc. Oh, I put it on too much hyzer. Oh, shiza. Okay, so I've been there before. You have a look, it's just not a good look. That's not what I want. I want to get in the fairway. Now, that wasn't the disc. That was a terrible shot. I let go way too early and way too much hyzer. But with this thing being as naturally as it is, I'm just gonna do slight hyzer and push right at that back wall. There we go. Big skip. Yeah. Oh yeah. That might be a circle 2 look. That might be a circle 2 look. Don't get me wrong, man. That Raptor could have done the same thing. I threw it terribly. Basically, last time I tried with the Raptor here, again, it's different from other Raptors. It's not as stable, but it can, you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't, it goes flat a lot longer. I think it's the jawbreaker. But I threw at that back wall. It went past the wall and then started fading, but I was in tree gel, so it was really hard to get the next shot out. All right, just pyro for fun. I'm kind of thinking instead of pushing this and letting it curve, to go down that path that I took on accident with the Raptor. That way it doesn't have that much further to go when it turns. It's over there with the Raptor. Yeah, 2.5, just say 3, man. I don't know why y'all are trying to act like that thing isn't just faded. All right, I just want to give you guys kind of an idea of how good this did. T-Bird did great. This is where you want to be, in the middle of the fairway, obviously looking at the basket. I don't have my putter, so we're not going to putt, but C2. So that's exactly the kind of throw I want. I might be throwing the T-Bird more than the Raptor. But then you come over here, and this is where our pyro got. And I'm pretty sure the Raptor is over here somewhere too. Yep, it's right there. So that's even worse. And there's that gap to the basket. It's for both of them, so it's not the greatest. If I stood here without the bag, I could lean out, get something. I could even go whole tomahawk type deal right there. It wouldn't be that bad. And then if stepping up to here is a lot more open, so very doable. Don't get me wrong, I'm not making that putt or even the T-Bird putt. My putting's atrocious. Bad enough I'm trying to get my putting down and find a putter I enjoy at the same time, so my putts are in shambles. Okay, I moved straight over to hole 9. I wasn't going to do this one. I'm trying to hurry up. It feels like it's starting to sprinkle, and I got a couple more holes I want to practice on, but we were already right here. The Kittyzilla didn't really get to showcase what it was supposed to do. Now, I've already proven I can do it with this disc, but now I want to prove it on camera, which means I won't, but let's try it. A little less hyzer this time. Just pick an aim point out there, that little tree that's just standing by itself, and hopefully it turns. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Flat? Oh yeah. That didn't go as far as I wanted. I did hold back. I'm not gonna lie, I wimped out. I was too scared to either it's just gonna go straight or turn into a roller, but the idea and the concept of what I have that disc for, it's proven right there. All right, so we're going to jump over to hole 12, 13, and 12, 13, and maybe 17 just for fun. I don't really need to practice that, but we're already over there. And well, it's been a good practice round. So I enjoyed this hole. And I've always been pretty decent at it. Now I have a forehand. I think that's more of what I should be going for. But I did leave my bag up there with y'all and only brought 2 discs. Neither of them are for forehand. That's okay though. 154 par 3. Also, I hope the sound is good because I've never tested being this far away from the camera. I don't know how far these are supposed to reach. Either way, I brought my M5 and my Cyborg. I'm gonna try 2 turnover shots. Yes, I should be practicing the forehand, but again, I'm gonna rest my arm from the forehand. I think I've done enough today for practice. And yeah, I'm gonna try the M5 first. Okay, let's be honest. That branch sucked, but I don't think that branch affected anything. That was the straightest shot it's ever been. Here's my thing though. You've seen me throw that disc and this one in this video and others. I do pretty good with understable disc and turn them over. I've gotten really good at them because I never had a forehand until the one I'm developing now. So that's my only way to doing holes like this. But something about when the hole is uphill and I have to get it to turn, that all my understable disc just go straight, no matter how much the understability is on that. That was a -2. Again, Prodigy, be lying. I think it's more of a -3. But we're gonna take the Cyborg, 7.6 -3, and try the same thing. I usually get this one to flip a little bit more for me. See? Parked. That's so crazy. I said parked, and it looks like we skipped. Is that it up there? Yeah, a long putt, but still, you got the point. It was a perfect turn that didn't start turning until it got to right here and turned in front of the basket. Just had a crazy skip. Okay, so I wasn't gonna do this hole, but the sprinkles seem to have stopped. I don't think I have to rush as much. I still need to rush. It's about to get dark here soon. This is 14, 175 par 3. I've aced this one time in my life, so I want to try ace run with the pyro. That's all. I just want to see if I can control it like that. To my mind, I need to try to push this wall because it's going to hyzer hard or fade hard at the end. Oh, it was just right over it. Okay, that's my 3rd throw. I'm really liking that pyro. It was a good pickup. It was a good pickup. Anyway, moving on. Came to hole 18. Just to talk a little bit more about the 5 discs so far that I'm liking the most, that I have put in, that are staying, that are outside of Gateway. It's Raptor, Jawbreaker Raptor. Amazing. It glows, it Jawbreakers, it Raptors. It's a really great Raptor. It's probably my favorite Raptor that I've had. I've had an ESP one. I've had another Ledgestone one. I try to collect all the Ledgestone ones. Last year's Ledgestone, which is so much more overstable. It's kind of funny to me that this one isn't as overstable. But of course the Boca, I almost forgot the name, sorry, the Boca. This might be my favorite disc on the Simon line, period. Like, period. He makes really good discs. This might be my favorite one on his line. Like, just straight up a beast of a disc. The T-Bird really showed out for me today with this stability. This Halo plastic really adds that one more fade to the 2 and makes this exactly what I need in a 7-speed. The Sagara, come on guys, it's a Jawbreaker. Look at the blue tint though. I'm not even lying, it's the first time I got it with blue tint and I think it looks so sick outside. And in the sunlight, it just gleams. But anyway, this is one of my favorite cigars. Like I said, something about me and Big Z Plastic never did well. I had 2 Big Z cigars before and they didn't throw like anything else. I finally got that last year's USDGC cigar that was commemorative of AB winning. It's kind of like a swirl. I wouldn't say it was ESP, but it was swirl. Anyway, when I got that, I started throwing it, and I started throwing it what a cigar was supposed to be like, and that's when I realized I love that disc. This though, I knew I liked Jawbreaker and I'd like it, so I try it. Love this. This and that one are great, but I like this one a little bit more. But that other one's nice too. It could still be used. And then the pyro surprised me. Like I said, Bedanza, shout out to Bedanza. I watched his video where he was going to get some used discs to try out to fill out some spots in his bag. And he said this really did more than he thought it would. And so I went and tried it myself. So shout out Bedanza for the recommendation, because you were right. Anyway, it's the last 5, so I figured why not. We'll just throw them, see who gets the furthest, and we'll go from there. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Leave in the comments if you want more videos like this where it's not so structured, it's just a practice round. We talk a little bit and we throw some discs. I kind of enjoyed this. It's less stressful. I wasn't keeping up the score. That one's going into the woods. Okay, I don't mind that. At least it's not in the woods. I'm going to try to throw this Raptor as flat as possible. I want to see how far it goes before it starts its fade. I mean, it's just a natural ending fade. I can't explain it. The ESP Raptor I had, and especially that last Ledgestone, it just like, by the time it made it to this tree, it was already hyzering. It wouldn't have made it that far. I do enjoy that. I honestly think the Boca's about to win distance, but we'll see. Ooh, I turned it. It's gonna be easy to get to, but annoying. No, I threw that low. Look at it still go. Big skip. All right, and last but not least, the Cigarra, the Cthulhu 6 stamp. I do like this a lot though. If I could get every Discraft disc that I own in Jawbreaker, which I'm trying to do, I will. Jawbreaker is probably my favorite plastic. Oh yeah, that turn. Woo! Okay, that was by far the furthest. No offense to the Boca, I turned it. It might have went just as far, if not farther, but whatever. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. If you made it this far to the video, I truly appreciate you. If you watch any of our videos, I appreciate you. We're really trying to have a lot of fun and bring the fun to the sport. I really want you guys to watch these videos and feel like you're out here with us. But then also on the flip side, like today, I wanted something chill, a little more intimate. I'm working on my bag. There's no point in me working on it out here by myself when we can hang out. So there'll be more videos like this, more fun videos. And don't worry, I know, why is it always me solo and us together? We're working on it. We're gonna get Josh a tripod so he can start filming solo stuff when he plays. I know you guys want some of that. Get to know him a little better type stuff. But yeah, so far this is what we're locking in. I'm liking the bag. Gonna make a few more tweaks before I do my 2026 in the bag, because I'd hate to do it and then change like 4 discs like a week later. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want some more practice rounds like this, let me know in the comments. Let me know what your favorite disc that I threw today was in the comments. And other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Keep dinking.